New game, new luck, DraCoNT playing as the Incas, Tom as the Huns. And first question for me is, with Incas being considered the better civilization on Arena possibly, what can you do with Huns against Kamayuks? And we might see Kamayuks in this game actually, I hope to see them. I hope we won't see a Trash here, because we've seen a lot of Trash in general, and then Incas of course have a good Trash with a cheaper stone cost on any building. But let's go for the maps first, see what the game is all about, and the conditions here. Both stones safe in the back for DraCoNT. That calls for Trash. Please not. Please don't go for Trash here. I don't want to see a Trash. But it might happen. Two boars safe in the back, which is nice. Third gold outside on left hand side. Second gold forward outside. Main gold on the side. Not too far away from the walls. So could get attacked from the outside. And a little bit trapped in the forest. It's not too good for DraCoNT, but I think it will be okay with that. 4 deer inside. Extra berries inside. So the map for DraCoNT actually okay-ish, I guess. One really close to his base, this one also quite close. Extra stone here on the right hand side, a little bit trapped into the forest, but nothing major. And we have 2 extra golds on the left. Or is this an extra gold? It might not be. It might be a third gold here for Tom, but yeah, I think the other extra gold, I just saw it inside Tom space. It's here in the back. Main gold for him, forwardish on the side, main stone forward, second stone forward outside. So a Trash here, and I think Tom would be GG. Maybe DraCoNT is going to do that. We'll find out eventually. We have one really close to space, another really close, second gold inside, forwardish on the far side, and I guess that's the third gold, and it's trapped into the forest. So technically this is a bugged map. 4 deer inside though, that's quite nice, and that wolf is trapped. Ooh, do you put a lumber camp here? The wolf will be out eventually. Don't know about that. Well, let's find out. And for now, a lot of villagers on the board for Tom, nothing special. He's going for 5 villagers and berries again. 6 actually, I counted wrong. Usually we do see 4 villagers and berries, but Tom is playing some unorthodox build orders, I guess. Let's go for DraCoNT again. What is he about to do? Second boar only now coming in. With the Incas, you have that extra sheep, that turkey at the start, so the late boar is explainable. And 55 population cap. What the hell? Why are you building so many houses? You're Incas, you don't need those houses. What is DraCoNT doing here? Don't really get that, but okay. Doesn't really hurt, I guess. So for now, nothing special on the maps, nothing special on the civilization choices. 913 feudal age click for Tom with 26 population. Quite early, not too early, I guess. DraCoNT 22 seconds behind with 1 villager more, so he made 3 seconds good against Tom, I guess. Not a big thing. And as Tom is going to be able to, is going to be up first. Let's stay on his point of view, see what he is doing with that early feudal age, going for a quick barracks. We're gonna see, I guess, an archery range here, and maybe cav archers and castle age, or is it scouts? Market and what? Does need more wood to build the second feudal age building, sending 4 villagers to build a stable actually. So no siege workshop, no archery range, instead stable, so for scouts or knights, and a lot of villagers on the stable to be able to click up to castle age in a reasonable time. Tom is saying something? No, I don't know. Going for gold now. Did he sell wood? Did he sell food actually to click up to castle age? That's something I haven't seen too often. I'm really surprised about that. He finished the berries, now he's sending the villagers back. A little bit of a chaotic build order, but okay, if it works for him, it's gonna be fine. Let's see for DraCoNT. Horse color gold mining coming in even, with a market and blacksmith, I guess. Where is those buildings? I don't see them. They're very far in the back here. A decent amount of food in the bank. What is DraCoNT going to do? He's on stone. So maybe a castle and castle age Kamayuks? That could be fun actually. Especially seeing that there is a stable up for Tom with scouts or soon to be knights coming out. Even Tarkans are possible. But I guess knights makes more sense in castle age. Monastery up and a TC on the main gold. No wood for another extra TC. We have 3 scouts in the map now, only 1 eagle, and that eagle is winning against the scout cav here, but the second scout on the way, and that eagle is going to die now. So for now, map controlled by Tom. As for DraCoNT, he's got 545 stone in the bank, which is enough, almost enough to build a castle with the Incas, I guess. Now 476, not sure how much it costs exactly. 2 TCs though coming up, on the wood line close to the stones, another one deep into the wood line. Not too many space for farms around that. I don't really like the TC too much. It gives you a good wood income, but you need farms as well. And what's the plan here for DraCoNT? Looks like a mini boom, but with a castle, in the bank here, I'm not sure about that. Maybe he's going for the stone just in case, but I would like to see a forward castle, something aggressive here. As for Tomyam, he has got the monastery up, one monk at least on the field, maybe two. He's got two monks healing the scouts just in case, and then is going to collect as many relics as possible at the same time. 3 TCs up and running, the third TC on the wood line here in the back. He can fit a lot of farms around that. I think that's a nice TC. And all the relics getting picked up except for the one that's the closest to DraCoNT and the farthest away. That's 2 relics plus 2 on the way, and third monk actually trying to grab the last relic. So DraCoNT, what's your plan here? We're going to see a castle in front of the main TC, covering pretty much everything there is except for the far side, for the big side here on the left. But that's not a big problem. And DraCoNT has a lot of gold in the bank from 3 villagers on the main gold. He hasn't spent any gold whatsoever. He, I guess, didn't even buy some food or wood because he it's just purely booming, and with that castle going up, he is gonna be safe for some time, but I'm not sure to what end. I'm not sure what his plan is. Still don't know. Wheelbarrow on the way for both players. DraCoNT finished wheelbarrow, and he is very low on food compared to what he wants to have, which is clicking up to Imperial I guess now. And for Tomyam, pretty much the same thing. He's got more villagers on gold. He spent more gold, of course, on the monks, but he's also got now 4 plus 1. That's 5 relics. That's a lot of gold income. Archer range coming up, and we are going to see Cav archers then, I guess. Double stable is something I don't really understand. Why would you put down a second stable when you're not going for more cavalry units? A little bit surprising to me. Now DraCoNT is clicking up to Imperial Age, and I guess that means he must have bought some food. And Tomyam sold some before, so I'm not sure. Maybe he made it without, but he has no more gold left, so I guess that's selling. That's buying food for gold. Another castle, and I think we're going to see Kamayuks against Huns. That's just funny to see, and I think it should be working with those 2 stones safe in the back, and DraCoNT not hurrying too much to go to the Imperial Age. Kamayuk production starting now. We might see desperate attempts by Tomyam to actually break this Kamayuk army. 60 HP on the standard Kamayuk, 7 plus 1 attack, and that 1 range is so important here. Of course, bonus damage against cavalry units, also against Cav archers. And I think I remember a game where Britain struggled a lot against the Incas and lost in the end. So I guess the Huns won't do too much better. Ballistics, husbandry, also Imperial Age on the way for Tomyam. This castle should go up. Yeah, there's a scout, and now Tomyam knows about the upcoming Kamayuks, so he can prepare. And what can you do? As the Huns against Kamayuks, you don't really have the siege to fight this. You can only go for Cav Archer pretty much, and then there is elite skirmishers, of course, as an option. So Incas should have a big advantage when it comes to pure Imperial Age fight, and that's what's happening now. We have 2 castles already, plus 1 on the way, plus another one in the bank. So the production will be very good for DraCoNT here. I think he should try to cover this gold, which he's doing. Of course, Squires played mail armor against partisan tactics, Cavalier, and elite Kamayuk on the way. DraCoNT low on resources now, of course, but he's got a decent amount of army. Tomyam doing the Cavalier upgrade, and I guess he's preferring to go Paladins instead of heavy Cav archers? No, heavy Cav archers on the way. And we're gonna see the standard army composition for Huns, Paladins, Cav archers, and possibly siege rams. Paladins maybe not, depends on when either player is deciding to attack. You can see 5 stables, a very slow, a very calm game with just booming. And I think I could have gone even more speed. I was on 85. A lot of Cav archers, more upgrades coming in. I think I'm slowing down now to see how's the upgrades actually looking. 80 HP Cav archers, heavy Cav archers 7 plus 3, missing a defense upgrade, I think, and now arson iron casting to make these Kamayuk stronger. I think we will see DraCoNT with the first attack, going for Trebuchet now to be able to attack. That castle is pretty much standalone, but it's not getting attacked at all, and Tomyam is keeping the scouts around to see if and when DraCoNT is moving out to the left hand side. Can DraCoNT see the gold? Can only see the extra gold, but didn't scout the left hand side. Ooh, first fight maybe, and Tomyam can see the trapped gold. Those heavy Cav archers with 10 attack against only, for now, 6 pierce armor. Wait, that's fully upgraded, I think. They are still doing 4 damage, but it needs 20 arrows to kill 1 Kamayuk, and if they're getting close, then you know it's going to be difficult. That castle got denied for now, no university yet, but DraCoNT has villagers around. He should be able to get that castle up eventually. Chemistry and chain barding armor, so I think DraCoNT does not know about the Cavalier upgrade done, but I don't see a lot of Cavalier. Actually, there's a few. The question is, what can you do with them? Because those Kamayuks are basically very, very overpowered Halberdiers, and you don't want to fight Cavalier against elite Kamayuks. You know how this is going to end badly. Tomyam also taking the extra gold on the right-hand side. He's has 4 villagers on the extra gold on the left. He's got the Paladin upgrade, 64 military units, and 128 villagers, so both players are pretty much fully boomed. The question is how to kill that Kamayuk army, and DraCoNT is saying, okay, let's use my trebuchets, let's go forward, let's try to do some damage. DraCoNT might also think about some trash units, maybe get some pikemen, get some halberdiers as an addition, or maybe elite skirmishers would even make more sense against heavy cav archers, in my opinion at least. Chemistry for now coming in. I think DraCoNT is trying to win this with elite Kamayuks, and it should even be working, but let's find out how good the fights are. Of course, those heavy cav archers can go hit and run, but not forever, and you can see they're falling really fast. Tomyam is not paying attention and only now is moving his cav archers away. At the same time, elite Kamayuks moving into the forward TC on that main gold. The Cavalier still not getting dropped out. Paladin upgrade soon to be finished, and I think as soon as that is done, Tomyam is sending those Paladins in. But it's not gonna be an easy fight here. Paladins are taking a lot of... Wow, look at this, it's going on so fast. On the other side, the Kamayuks again moving into those heavy cav archers, and Tomyam is not paying attention here, is busy at home, so those elite Kamayuks are falling, but they're taking so many heavy cav archers with them, and they are strong at this point. Look at this mass graveyard. We have Paladins now able to fight elite Kamayuks, and the military units are quite low for both players, 28 against 35, let's get some medium numbers, but it looks like DraCoNT should have enough resources to keep the production going. It's not producing now, no, actually started again, and there's a few archery ranges, possibly we're going to see elite skirmishers soon, or... I don't know, Arbalest even? No, elite skirms it is. You don't really have to go for Arbalest. And now there is heavy cav archers fully upgraded, I guess. There is Paladins not fully upgraded yet, but soon to be. Iron casting on the way. And the only thing I'm missing now is sea terms, to be honest. And maybe onagers from DraCoNT. But I'm really happy to see the elite Kamayuks taking on the fight. And Tomyam for now is on a score lead, even though he lost a lot of units here on the left, but looks like he boomed better. He maybe has more gold available to himself, and of course he's got those 5 relics, which it's giving him a huge gold boost. So he is population cap 200 pop, 75 military units, and 2 trebuchets hitting that castle now. And DraCoNT does not want to lose castles. You don't want to cut your elite Kamayuk production down. That's why he's moving forward now to attack the Paladins. But look at this, they need to move away, and I think Tomyam might need some meat shield, maybe even just 200 swordsmen to be able to keep the elite Kamayuks at distance. And this is just amazing how good these units are. Look at this. This is crazy. The Paladins have to run away for the cav archers to hit them, and the castle is not going down. DraCoNT is able to defend, to repair it, and now defend this castle by taking on the trebuchets. The heavy cav archers have a nice position here, taking on elite Kamayuks, but the Paladins, they are dying so fast. This is just amazing. That was the best unit in AOC. 180 HP Paladins was the go-to unit for the Franks, with even more HP, but Kamayuks are just taking them down like flies, like nothing. Elite skirmishers now behind that to be able to fight heavy cav archers better. Masonry on the way for DraCoNT, because, yeah, get your upgrades in. And that archer range is not going to be finished. Siege workshops coming up on the left. Are we going to see sea trams now? Eventually gold will run low, and then the sea trams might be a really nice option here. Pikemen on the way for DraCoNT as well, because, yeah, why not? Why not add in trash to help out your elite Kamayuks, your gold units. That trebuchet is going down, but at what cost? That's a few Paladins probably dying. Only 2. Wow, that was a good fight actually. And the rest trebuchets now moving forward for DraCoNT. He's using the Inca power of the elite Kamayuks against cavalry units, and the Paladins are low numbers. Tomyam, decent resources still, which is amazing, but heavy cav archers need to run away, and I think he needs to add some infantry or something else. The castle will go down eventually. There is 2, now only 1 trebuchet. Ooh, Paladins again moving in, but that trap has enough HP. And Tomyam is still repairing the castle on the left hand side. Now DraCoNT is trying to go for that extra gold. And I guess we're gonna see minor fights here. Also Tomyam is chopping the wood around his 3rd gold, which he will need if he wants to survive and win this. Right now it's pretty even, but the thing is, the elite Camayuks still have no counter, and the Huns heavy cav archers are strong, but not strong enough to take on Camayuks and elite skirmishers. Cap rams, I like this idea now. I want to see more rams. I want to see the siege ram upgrade very soon, and that's happy. Mining gold, there is 600 plus, what is that? 1k gold left on the left hand side. We have cap rams moving forward, 6 of them, siege ram on the way. What is DraCoNT going to do as siege? Probably only trebuchets for now. Still adding elite skirmishers, and now the light cav moving in. Of course they're gonna die even faster than the paladin, they're gonna melt. And the cap rams are taking a lot of that arrow damage from the elite skirmishers. Heavy cav archers trying to stay out of the range from the elite skirmishers, at the same time try to attack elite Camayuks. And Halberdiano coming in for DraCoNT, going for full trash. He knows this is a long game, I may need to add in trash units. The elite Camayuks now defending that extra gold against the light cav, and they should be able to do so. In the middle, the main fight is happening. That's still a lot of heavy cav archers, and there's not too many elite Camayuks around, so DraCoNT actually low on gold and has to use a lot of trash here. And we know that elite skirmishers are dying fast to cavalry units, to light cav or hussars even, which is possible for Tomyam to go for hussars. He's got a lot of food in the bank. The prices, of course, are low for both wood and food, but still, it gives him some advantage, some edge. On the left, though, the elite Camayuks have taken down all the light cav as expected. And in the middle, DraCoNT is holding his ground, even against siege rams, because there is not enough now. Yeah, light cav finally coming in. I think hussars might be needed, and there's still a good amount of elite Camayuks behind that. DraCoNT now on 74 military units. He's actually able to scratch out a lot of gold here, and still produce gold units. He's almost population capped. He's got enough stone for yet another castle if he ever needs it, and he's still taking his main gold. There's 1k left. Is he mining any other gold? I guess not. He's now moving forward without siege. This should not work, but apparently it's working because there's no counter to the elite Camayuks and elite skirmisher combination. Pikemen finally coming in for Tomyam to have some trash units that can do melee damage, I guess. And one single paladin that is going to die horribly in between enemy units. Forward castle for DraCoNT, and he's taking the extra stone here. That's so important for him to get more castles out, because it's going to give him map control. And as long as he's got military units around, Tomyam apparently won't be able to like go forward and attack. You don't have onagers as Huns, that's a big problem. Now he's using the trebuchets to try and kill some elite skirmishers or Camayuks, but the problem is he just doesn't have enough military units here. Producing a lot of elite skirmishers from those archer rangers, going for pikeman production now, but he needs more cav units as well. And it's going to be a trash war with siege and with elite Camayuks, and we know how this is going to end. The gold units might decide that game, might decide the battle here. One trebuchet, no, 2 trebuchets actually to hit that castle. 2 traps from Tomyam moving forward, but that's not a good position to fight. There is elite Camayuks close, and that's one dead trebuchet, that's another trebuchet going down. The heavy cav archers need to be protected. There needs to be pikemen or something in front of them, and they're going into the castle. I thought, why are they disappearing? But it's just safe inside the castle, at least most of them. They should get healed up as well. I would like to see a monk behind this. The thing is, the castle is going down, and if these heavy cav archers are getting dropped out of the front, we might see a quick GG. No, they're going to the back here, and now they need to attack, they need to hit enemy units. And I would like to see light cav now take down those elite skirmishers. It's not happening. Few siege rams in the mix. Tomyam is still on 190 population, same for DraCoNT, 194 here. Both are on relatively similar resources, but DraCoNT has map control, and he's the one who's pushing. Now he's losing HP on that castle, but he's got enough stone to repair this. He's got villagers around. If he really needs to repair the castle, he could do that. And we are seeing a lot of elite skirmishers now in that mix. Also, a few heavy cav archers left, and Tomyam is taking that 3rd gold, which is very important. He's also trying to go there as well. No, I think the villagers are just going to the left, and they're going to die. Just die there, because there's a few elite Camayuks around. In the meantime, there is elite Camayuks now moving forward, also a few Halberdiers in the mix. I think now if Tomyam is going to be able to focus down on those elite Camayuks and add in some light cav, he might be able to clear his army. But there is, again, more elite Camayuks on the way. Looks like DraCoNT is still queuing those up, still producing them, not any longer, but he's got a lot of them on the battlefield. That's at least 20, I guess, or was 20 before, and not too many heavy cav archers left, actually just below 20, I guess. And we have still 60 military units for 70 now for DraCoNT. He's just producing more. His population kept Tomyam on 150. He needs the numbers, he needs more army. Did he even do conscription? Not sure about it. That trebuchet is not going down, instead is hitting that TC, and with 104 villagers in post-imperial age, it might not be enough for Tom Yum. He needs more. At least he can still safely take his gold, but I wish he had done Hussars, because Hussars could have changed that fight a little bit. Like this, the heavy cav archers have to move away, and I think that's the DraCoNT's chance to take this game at 200 population with the power of the elite Kameyuks, elite skirmishers, and big numbers here that makes that, how do you call this? That makes gives the victory to DraCoNT. No, that sounds wrong. I'm missing the words. That's really terrible for me. But you know what I mean. You can see the heavy cav archers have to run away. They are sniping single units, but always taking damage. Elite skirmishers inside Tom Yum space, because why not? DraCoNT has full map control. Is attacking on the left hand side. Did not find. Oh, he found this gold by now. He should just add in some more siege to take the buildings down. As long as he's not doing that, I guess Tom Yum will still try to fight this. And there's 3-4 paladins to take down elite skirmishers, but they're fighting against elite Kameyuks again, and more coming in. This is just an amazing counter unit here. Not a lot of heavy cav archers left, and DraCoNT is sending in more and more units. GG, well played. Very nice game by both, but in the end, DraCoNT with a pure elite Kameyuk boom to add in some elite skirmishers, of course, is winning this game against the Huns. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next game. GG.